If I could turn this camera around and you could see, everyone's just chilling, chatting, petting the dog. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? No problem. But requests for more core strength stuff. Anything else? No twisting, balancing, I've been told. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start on our backs like we did last night. And go ahead and bend your knees, and either you can just keep your knees and your feet hip distance apart, or what you might like to do is take your feet out wide on your mat and let your knees touch. So bring your knees together and let the knees touch. And then place your hands on your belly. And close your eyes. And just start by slowing down your breath. With each inhale, see if you can fill up just a little bit further. And with each exhale, empty out a little bit more. Send your breath to your sides, to the front, to the back, to the top, to the bottom, so that you start to feel the whole body beginning to move with the breath. And then on the exhale side of your breath, start to feel that gentle engagement of your core muscles. And just remembering that the core muscles are the muscles closest to your hips and your spine and your shoulders. And as you exhale, just gently, don't clench those muscles tight. Just feel it as a drawing in, a cradling of the bones. Support for the bones. And then as you inhale, release those muscles and allow them to stretch with the breath. So remember, send your breath down into your belly. Let your belly expand on the inhale, and then gently draw it back on the exhale. And now bring your knees apart and just set yourself up so that the feet and the knees are parallel. Stretch your arms over your head. Stretch back through the fingers. Try to press the palms down into the floor. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, pull your belly in towards your spine, and then tuck your tail and roll the hips up to the ceiling. Stretch the hips up high. Take another big breath in, and then lift your heels and roll down one vertebra at a time to the back again. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, push into the heels, tuck and curl. Roll up, reach your tailbone towards your knees. Stretch your hips up to the ceiling. Inhale, and then lift your heels and roll down. 1 more time like that. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck and curl. Roll up. Inhale. And then roll all the way back down. Pick up your feet, draw your knees towards your belly. Take your arms now out to your sides. So we're going to do a couple of sort of spinal twists, but not letting the knees come all the way down to the ground. So take an inhale, and as you exhale, draw your knees slowly over to the right and just hover. So go to that point where you can still keep your left shoulder blade down on the mat. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, draw your knees back to the center. Now check in with your spine. You want your spine to be in neutral, so you've got a slight lift of the low back away from the ground. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw your knees over to the left. And press your right shoulder blade down into the ground. Take another inhale and then exhale and bring your knees back up to the center. Now, straighten your left leg, just your left leg, up to the ceiling. Take an inhale and then exhale, lower your legs over to the right again. So you might not go quite as far. You might turn your head to the left. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw your legs back up. And now bend your left knee, extend your right leg up to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower your legs over towards the left. Take another big breath in and then exhale. So I want you to do one more round on your own. You can do both legs this time, or you can go back to one leg or both knees bent over to the right. You'll come back up to center and one more time over to the left. And back up to the center. And then hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And now bring your feet back down to the mat. Bring your arms into what I call robot arms, where your elbows are tucked in by your sides. Press your shoulders back into the ground. And now slowly begin to lift your hips up again into a bridge pose. Now put your hands on your hips so you can feel where your hips are in space. And we're going to try to do this without the hips moving. So shift your weight over into your left foot and then pick up your right foot. You can keep that knee bent and then bring your right foot softly back down, and now pick up your left foot and bring it down. And lift your right foot, and again holding the hips steady, and lift your left foot. All right, this time pick up your right foot, hold it, and then extend the leg up to the ceiling again. So your arms can either stay in robot, or you can bring your arms down long alongside of you. On your inhale, I want you to lower your hips and just hover the hips, maybe just a teeny bit above the ground. And then as you exhale, push into your left heel, lift your hips up high again, and push up through your right heel. On your inhale, lower your hips, and on your exhale, lift your hips. Do that again. Inhale. And hopefully you're starting to feel that left hamstring, maybe that left glute, starting to fire a little bit more. Lower, and then lift, and then just bring your right foot back down. And now pick up your left foot and extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Flex the left foot. On your inhale, lower your hips, and on your exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, lower, nice and slow. Exhale and lift. Couple more. Inhale, exhale and lift. And then last one. And lift up. And then bring your left foot down. Lift your heels and bring your hips down onto the mat. Now pick up your feet and draw your knees over your chest. Lift your head and your shoulder blades and interlace your fingers behind your head. Now extend your left leg long. Twist to the right. Point your left elbow at your right thigh. And then come back to center and twist to the left. Come back to center and twist to the right. And come back to center and twist to the left. Now come back to center. I want you to stay lifted in your shoulders and reach your hands towards your feet. Take another inhale, and now exhale and rock all the way up into a boat pose. Hold here and breathe. And now cross at your ankles. Come forward to your hands and your knees. Stretch your right leg back behind you again. Reach your left arm forward. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bend your arm over to the left and your knee over to the right. So as we're doing this, stability in the left shoulder, right hip, spine. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bend to the side. Inhale, reach. And take it to the side. Now reach long, stay here. Bend your knee, reach back, and see if you can find your foot. And then start to kick. And kick and kick and lift your chest up to the sky. Breathe. Gently let go of your foot. Reach your arm forward and your leg back. Bring your hand and your knee down to the mat. Second side, left leg back. Right arm forward. Finding that balance, that stability in the left shoulder and the right hip. Inhale to reach, exhale to bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the side. Reach forward and take it to the side. I always kick my water bottle over. Reach long, bend your left knee, reach back, go for your foot. And then kick and lift the chest. Keep breathing. Gently release. Bring your hand and your knee down. Go back into a child's pose. Bring your hips back to your heels. And now walk your hands back. Sit up on your heels. And then sit your hips off to the side. Swing your legs around in front of you. And we'll find our way down slowly onto the back. Keep your knees bent. Walk your feet in. Setting up for another bridge pose. So you can start with your arms in robot again, if that helps you to engage the back, the upper back and the middle back a little bit better. Lift your hips up. And now, once again, let's lift the right leg up. Hold it up, and then cross the right knee over the left knee. Lift the hips high. Now bring your hips back down to the ground, all the way down. Pick up your left foot and stack your knees over your hips. Now cross your arms, right arm under left arm. So now you're in eagle pose again, this time on your back. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, sit up and press your elbows towards your right thigh. On your inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. One more time, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now hold. Unravel your arms, lift higher, reach your fingers towards your toes. And now keep your legs crossed, but rock up into a boat pose. So your ankles are now crossed. Breathe. Now your hands can go beside you if you need a little more support. We're going to inhale and lower the body down, and then exhale and sit back up. Inhale, lower, and sit up. Inhale, lower, sit up. Last time, lower, hold, hold. Come on. All right, roll down. We got to do another set, though, because so we can even ourselves out. It's supposed to get easier towards the end, right? Okay. Let's come up into boat or into bridge pose again. We'll be coming into boat in a minute, as we all know. This time, lift your left leg up. cross your left knee over. Lift your hips up a little higher first, and then slowly lower your hips down. Pick up your foot. Come into eagle pose on your back. Left arm wraps under right. If you glue your fingers to your forehead, that'll help keep the stress out of the neck. So take an inhale. As you exhale, sit up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, sit up. And lower. Exhale up. Let's hold here. Reach your fingers towards your toes. Rock up. Left ankle crossed over right ankle. Inhale, lower. Exhale, sit up. Inhale, lower. Sit up. Inhale, lower. And last time, come on. Lower. All the way down. Woo. How's everyone doing? So extend your legs up in the air. We're going to take an inversion. So if you've got a block, something that's nice to do is to do the same pose where your legs are just extended up and there's a block underneath your hips. You can also go over to a wall and put your heels on a wall. Now, second option, if this is part of your practice, you can go into your plow or shoulder stand whenever. If you are not sure and you want to watch, don't go into the pose and then turn your head because that's not healthy for the neck. But what we'll do is take the hips and use the core to bring the legs back into a plow pose. If you've got neck issues, you might not want to take this version of the inversion. Breathe. You can also extend your legs up for shoulder stand if you'd like. Wherever you are, breathe. Stay in your body. And then very slowly, with control, bring the hips back down. Bring the soles of your feet together and allow the knees to open wide for Supta Baddha, butterfly pose on your back. You can also hips the outer edges of the feet and lift the hips up. Just a little more active variation. Lower the hips down. Bring the knees together. Draw the knees into the chest. Extend your left leg long. Keep holding on to your right knee. Take your right leg. Interlace your fingers behind your thigh. You can rotate your foot around. You can point and flex. Bring your right leg into a half happy baby pose. So you're going to bend the knee towards the right armpit or shoulder. Draw the knee gently towards the ground, and then left hip stays down, left thigh stays down. Tuck your chin a little bit here if you need to lengthen the back of the neck. Bring your leg back up to center. Now reach over with your left hand and begin to slowly bring the leg across the body for a twist. So you might like to keep your leg straight. You might like to bend your knee as you draw it across. Reach out through your right arm. Turn your head to the right. Continue to take deep, steady breaths. Roll onto your back. Extend your right leg long. Hug your left knee into your chest. Take your left leg up. Interlace the fingers. Circle the foot. Point and flex. Half happy baby pose. Right hip down. Chin is tucked. Bring the leg back up to center and slowly bring it across for your spinal twist. Reach out through the left arm. Look to the left. Breathe deep. And roll onto your back. If you'd like to, you can take a full happy baby pose to finish your practice. You can also go directly into Shavasana or take any other movement that feels good. And then extend your arms and your legs out wide. Relax every single muscle in your body. Try to be still. As your mind wanders, simply bring it back into the present moment of being on your mat, in your body, with your breath. Begin to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and your toes. And then your hands and your feet. And just gradually make the movement a little bit bigger in the body without disrupting that state of stillness that you've created. Stretch your arms over your head. Bend your knees and roll to either side. Come up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to your heart center and bow your head in honor of yourself, in honor of your practice, and in honor of one another. Namaste.